Hey everybody, Ron from CampFire Grub, and before we cook up a meal, we're out here doing some trail riding out here in Richloam, and right now here's an update. We have Kevin who ran over his pre-filter and smashed it, and then we've got my truck over there. I jumped out and I accidentally locked myself out of my truck. So there you have it. We made it to camp and now we're all set up. We got our fire going and we're gonna go ahead and cook up this wonderful looking piece of beef in our MenGrills pressure cooker. Our first step is we're gonna use some of our B&B barbecue seasoning, and we're gonna go ahead and just cover the outside of the piece of meat in it. We're gonna go ahead and sprinkle it along on the top. Now that the piece of beef is all seasoned up, we're going to go ahead and throw it on the fire. We're going to add the piece of beef onto the grill grate. We're not actually going to be cooking the piece of meat on here. All we're doing is we're just searing in some of the seasoning before we throw it in the pressure cooker. Here is our MenGrills pressure cooker on the fire, and it is heating up. Our piece of beef has almost a perfect crust on the outside with the seasoning. But first, before we add the meat into the pressure cooker, we're going to go ahead and add in a little pinch of butter into the pressure cooker. So we'll go ahead and we'll add in a pinch of butter. We have the perfect coating right now on our beef, so we're going to go ahead and set it into the pressure cooker. Now the next thing I'm going to add in is one of my favorite cooking ingredients, and that's bone broth. And it really gives the beef a whole lot of extra flavor and also helps juicing things up and create a really nice broth. So we're going to go ahead and add this in. We're just going to go ahead and add in the whole entire bottle. The butcher's bone broth has been added, so now it's time to place the lid onto the pressure cooker, and we're going to go ahead and tighten it down. And now it's just time to sit back and wait. The meat's close to being done, so it's time to chop up some vegetables. So we're going to start off with some carrots, and all we're going to do is just cut them into hunks. Quick check of the meat, see how it's doing, give it a quick flip, and it looks like it's doing pretty well. We just depressurized the pressure cooker, so let's go ahead and open it up and see how the food looks. So we're going to go ahead and pull this off. Open that up, and would you look at that, the meat is absolutely perfect. It is just falling apart. The potatoes are perfectly done, the carrots as well, and then we also have some mushrooms in there that look absolutely yummy. So here's the finished product out on a plate. We have our mushrooms, potatoes, carrots, and beef. As you can see, all the plates are empty and dinner's done. So, Kevin, how was it?
It was delicious. That meal's pretty simple. It's really cheap to make as well. It's kind of one of those set it and forget it, especially if you're using a pressure cooker. You kind of just dump all the ingredients in there, let it sit for about 25-30 minutes, open it up, and it's ready to eat.
Thank you everybody for watching. That was another pretty good meal. Now, if you have any suggestions on anything else that you would like me to cook, leave a suggestion down in the comments below.